one of the loudest venues in the NFL. There's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Kansas City Chiefs. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Jimmy going to look to throw it on the first play. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage after it.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Garoppolo. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 23. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Carlson able to put this one through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Let's dominate this. Once again, we got to get it done as a group. It's showtime, baby.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call, because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down.
Nice idea, nice concept there. Line him up on the left side of the formation, let him sneak his way across, coming back underneath, put it in his hands, let him get a few more yards after the catch, too.
Great way to utilize a tight end on the drag route. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Mahomes. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost and then a little bit more.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. To Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. From the gun, they will run with McKinnon. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on first down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Mahomes. It's Kelsey, and he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the fumble recovery, it's Garoppolo. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. And tapping those toes, he tried to get both in bounds. He could not do it, though.
In tap dance parlance, could not complete the shuffle. All right, needed to get that shuffle down with both feet, not just one.
Is that what they say?
There it is. You know, put a little sand down on the stage.
I'll take your word for it, my man. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Now that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
He had to fight that time. Ran through one tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And a quick throw here. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. To throw is Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he is going to have the Raiders' first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on third down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. And finding the tight end Hooper. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does? It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. It's caught, left side, Bolden. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming. Now a give to Jacobs running right. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Daniel Carlson set for the Raider field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. The kick by Carlson is good, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
Let's ride. Let's do it. Let's ride. Come on, let's get it. Get it. Don't wait on nobody else to make it. You make the play. Let's ride, baby. There ain't no joke out here right now. This is your game, baby. Let's do this, man.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. This taken in at the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Second down, McKinnon. And some room to maneuver. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, In addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Mahomes now to throw. Pitch and catch here to Travis Kelce. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Oh, nice move. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 2. Now Mahomes. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. Straight ahead they go with McKinnon. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from capturing the lead. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. And each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're kind of searching for that magic elixir. You know, they're moving the football a little bit, but not with any great consistency.
I love that term you just used, elixir, right?
Old school.
Old school. I love that because you don't want to put too much pressure on your defense as well, all right? If you're kicking field goals, that's great, but your defense has to keep going out there and holding the other team. You're not giving them any cushion to work with, and that gets tougher and tougher as the game goes along. Put the ball in the end zone and get sixes. That's the ambrosia that they're looking for.
Ambrosia and trying to erase this deficit. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Raider first down, 17 yards. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. The Raiders on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Willie Gay getting in there and picking up the sack.
Even keeping the back end for extra protection on 3rd down, they still couldn't prevent the sack. Now it's 4th and long thanks to a terrific individual effort on defense.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Kadarius Toney. He'll send this one into the Midwestern air, and it's a good one. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he stopped immediately there. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this just about a yard shy of the 20. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him. 15 big yards.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. James has got it, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's James. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Mahomes to throw. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys on plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does, and we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3. This is where the ball goes anymore.
Mahomes to throw once more. Man open, it's Tony. He's got it. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. Butker's kick here is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Fielded just outside the goal line. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Mahomes now on first down. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Tony. Handoff, it's McKinnon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 12 yards and a Kansas City first. They've got the lead early here in the third quarter, and runs like that are how they established that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they are leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the running game, and truly establishing themselves here in the second half.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Now a give. This is McKinnon. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
On a second and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Screen play, McKinnon. And he's got some space here. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Chiefs first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 18. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
You always worry about those smaller receivers running through that gnarly patch of land in the middle of the field. But he did a really nice job there holding on to the football and protected himself as best he could while completing the play.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. His throw caught right around the 6. And the Chiefs are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired, and in for the Chiefs touchdown. Marquez Valdez-Scantling bringing in that one from Patrick Mahomes. And the Chiefs take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a two-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run with Bolden. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
That's going to be complete on the sideline, but, you know, that throw left him no room to run, and the good footwork nearly all for naught. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to bring up second down.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch and turn upfield and pick up the first down.
They'll run right here with Jacobs. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Garoppolo. And that's complete to Adams. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 43. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. Garoppolo looks to throw. Renfro bringing it in over the middle. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Back to the running game with Jacobs. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Wide open receiver complete. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Jacobs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs takes it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one.
And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded just outside the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. But the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. They'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move was there, but didn't buy him a whole lot. Three quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field. and forcing an incompletion.
Get him going, baby.
And this offense on third down today, they have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Flush to his right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And looking up into the sun, he's able to make the fair catch inside the 20-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking deep for Adams. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them a lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now it's Bolden. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
Garoppolo's throw into the hands of Hooper. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
He needed less than a foot. He didn't get a whole lot more than that, but he did get the first down.
Well, he and his offensive line created enough push where if he was able to just fall forward as he was able to there, that would pick up the first down. As you noted, didn't need a whole lot, didn't get much more than that.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Flushed out right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. but they never did.
So a big one coming now for Daniel Carlson. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will cut the lead down to just 2. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
This is your game, baby. They can't stop. They can't beat us for this stuff. Stay, baby. Turn it up.
After the made field goal, Carlson now sets up to kick this away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. There to make the stop was John Jenkins. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? They'll look to throw. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They go play fake. Mahomes.
The pass complete on the crossing route. This is Tony with it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. And that's incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Up the middle they go. McKinnon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. They run once more with McKinnon. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Back to throw, Mahomes. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And the Chiefs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they will take a knee here. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's McKinnon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a gain of 4, but it'll bring us now to a 3rd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
What a ball game this was. What an atmosphere this was. And the home team getting the late touchdown, getting the victory, and now everybody in this building can file away with smiles on their faces.
And what do real estate people tell us all the time? It's location, location, location. So being at home, that can be a big deal because remember, they were down to their final chance to retake the lead. That home field advantage, I think it helped fuel all of what happened for them down the stretch. A huge win.